Before we begin the formal rededication ceremony, I wish to inform you of a modification which was made to this cairn. In 1944, Halifax LW 682 of 426 Squadron crashed near Gardens, Bergen, Netherlands, and was not recovered until September 1997. The crew was composed of Flight Sergeant Wilbur Bentz, the pilot, from Penticton, BC. Flying Officer Thomas Taylor, the navigator, from Chisholm Mills, Alberta. Flying Officer Clifford Phillips, the bomb aimer, from Valparaiso, Saskatchewan. Warrant Officer Jack McIntyre, wireless upper gunner, from Big R, Saskatchewan. Sergeant Roy Ellsworth of the RAF, flight engineer from Doncaster, Yorkshire. Sergeant John Summerhays, mid-upper gunner, Brantford, Ontario. Sergeant Fred Roach, the rear gunner, from Leamington, Ontario. And Flight Sergeant Joseph Jean-Guillaume, the mid-upper gunner from Montreal, Quebec. Only the bodies of Wilbur Bentz, John Summerhays, and Fred Roach were recovered and formally buried on the 10th of November, 1997. Through the efforts of Carl Karsgaard, and with the assistance from 46 Squadron Association and others, large portions of metal from the aircraft was smelted into ingots and returned to Canada. The ingots were initially at Trenton under 426 supervision, then later transferred to Bomber Command Museum at Nanton, Alberta. 8 of these ingots have been enshrined in the lobby of the Blanchford Center in tribute to the crew of LW 682. Some of the ingots were used for the Bomber Command Memorial Roof in London, England. This year, the Chief of the Air Staff, Lieutenant General Hood, encouraged by Carl Karsgaard, directed that an ingot be used to create RCAF crests, and that others be used for future aircrew wings. One of the crests was sent to 46 Squadron and is now embedded in our cairn. As a memorial to the crew of 426 Squadron, Halifax LW 682, who bravely gave their lives at the crash in Gardensburger. I would like now to call on Carl Karsgaard, who was instrumental in the recovering of Halifax LW 682 and for the recovery of our own here in Trenton, Halifax NA 337. Please come forward and unveil the upgraded 46 Squadron crest. These modifications have been made possible by the funds from the BMO Financial Institution. Thank you. Carl?
Thank you, Joe. Here we are on a beautiful sunny October day. Freedom is not automatic. Freedom is not free. So when you have a chance to save history, and not only that, bring home 3 airmen that were missing in action in Halifax, 20 feet under a swamp, I don't care where it is, that's what we do. And it was indeed a powerful moment when we recovered those 3 airmen. And your predecessor, Joe, Larry Motiak, he and I talked about, we have a mini mountain of aluminium. If there's any Brits here, I said it correctly. We had a mini mountain of aluminum after the funerals of the 3 airmen. And Larry and I said, this metal is too precious. We cannot just sell it to the scrap dealer. This is an RCAF Halifax bomber. So the Belgian officials melted it down into ingots, and we brought it home, first to the care of 426 Squadron, and then into the custody of the Bomber Command Museum of Canada. You now know all of the memorials that we've used it for. And I can think of no better precious metal to give back to 426 than to give you your own combat airplane. So the essence of those 8 airmen killed in action in LW-682, 426 Squadron of the Royal Canadian Air Force is in this crest that you're going to see mounted on the cairn. And it's, I don't know, the Royal Canadian Air Force has a beautiful history, powerful, and the essence, the honor, the excellence, the sacrifice of the Royal Canadian Air Force and 426 Squadron is here today. Thank you.